Hey everyone, I'm the Tom, welcome to my gaming channel. Today I'm playing another episode of Automation, the car company tycoon game, and I mentioned this in the previous episode. You're gonna get more episodes of Automation each week from now on. You're gonna get 4 each week instead of the previous 2. But on top of that, today you're also gonna get not 1 replica but 2, and that is because the first one, the 1989 Mazda Miata, is gonna be only an aesthetic tutorial because I don't think the engines in this car are that interesting. But anyway, let's get started. The basic body shell is pretty much inch perfect already, and we don't need to flare the wheel arches because that's what the Miata is. So I have no idea. It's probably a corrosion resistant steel chassis. It is longitudinal with McPherson's front and probably, I have no idea, probably multi-lane Korea, but yeah, no, probably not, now that I think about it. But alright, it's corrosion resistant steel, or is it just plain steel? Are the Japanese really that plain? I'm not sure. Whatever, we're gonna start with the pop-up headlights, which you find in the vents section. If you have the mod pack installed, I'm gonna put the link to that into the description of this video. We want those basic rectangular ones, but they're actually not. Let's make these larger and rotate them just a little bit. Is this the correct size? No, they need to be longer. Okay, good. That's more like it. And then we have the other part of the headlights, which consists of, you know, it's like a curve. It's not a perfectly straight rectangle. So wait a second. If I put down one of these and stretch it, it looks similar to the original, but not quite. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, it is a little bit curved. That is why I'm going to put down one of these right where this line of the pop-up headlights ends. And then actually this goes a little bit further on the inside, like so. And this ends where the pop-up headlights end. Let me check something real quick. Which one of those sides is bigger? The one on the inside. Okay, good. Just ever so slightly, but still. And then I'm gonna connect those two with one more of these, and yeah, that is pretty much the basic outer shape here. Also gonna put down one of those to connect the bottom end of those two. It is not that steep, it's even less steep, more like this. And the size difference isn't that big either. Good. If my voice sounds a little bit rougher than usual, yes, I'm getting a little bit sick again. Like a little bit under the weather, nothing serious, but still annoying. No, we're in the wrong section here. We want the indicators to be pretty much right in the middle here. No, they're further on the outside, actually, more like this. And then the rest is gonna be filled out with one more of these. Then we have a badge right here. And then we have a really straightforward grill on the bottom end here. This is not the exact way that the Miata's grill looks, but it's the closest we can get. And we also have a number plate right here. No, that's the wrong fixture. That one. So there's the front end. And the indicators, like the side indicators, are like here and smaller than these. There's also something that at least looks like, let me check this real quick. Yeah, there's another indicator on the side, like right here, a little bit smaller. Good. And then we also have some door handles that look pretty fancy for the time, at least I think. No. Yes. Good. And then we go to the rear end, where we find some pretty complex taillights for its time. Starting with basically these. Then I'm gonna put down one of those to actually put that around the taillight I previously put down. There's not much space, not much red area outside of this fixture, but there is some, so good. I'm gonna continue building the frame a little bit later, but for now I'm gonna put down the red taillight that is right adjacent to the, red and white one, which is now no longer red and white. That is a little bit annoying. Good. So we want this like right here, and then we want another one on the top. And then we want, no, not a headlight, we want another one of these to make this well rounded at the inner end. And in between we want, actually this is much smaller, this is more like this. We want an orange rectangular one, which is most likely gonna be, actually it's not that rectangular now that I look at it a little bit more closely. It's more like this, but, and I'm sorry, that one goes to the outside. This one's here and that one's there. Good. Good. Now all I need is another rectangular red taillight fixture to drag this across the entire section here. No, okay. Good, and now we are going to put down the... Actually, there is no badge on the rear end. However, we do have one of these indents like between the taillights, and there is also the number plate on top of that. And we have one exhaust on the bottom there. No, wait. It's a little bit smaller. No, that one's not what I meant to place here. This one's a little bit smaller actually. Like this, and then this goes up here again. Good. Actually, pretty... Yeah, okay. And what else do we have? We have one central braking light, which we don't have in the game yet. Like, there's no fixture that gets close to a central braking light. So I'm gonna put two, like right here, to simulate that. And of course you can, if you have the mod pack, again the link is gonna be in the description below, you can also put down the letters like Mazda MX-5, M. Give me a second. Where does it say Mazda and where does it say MX-5? On which side? MX-5 is on the left side. And I just realized that this is a little bit smaller and goes further down. And then M. Oh, where is it there? Then we have an X. Come on. Oh wait, we need to make sure it's only on one side. MX. Dash. And where are the numbers here? 5. Good. Okay, now this is the 1989 Mazda MX-5. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, but we're gonna be doing another replica right away. And it is going to be wait a second, new car. When was this introduced? In the year 2000, and it's also a front engine rear-wheel drive roadster. And by that you can probably tell what it is. It is a Honda S2000, and with this car I'm gonna build the engine as well, because I do think it's a little bit more of a challenge to build that engine. how's the nose go? It's pretty much like this. Is it a little bit longer? No, I didn't think so. Or should we go for the hardtop version? No, I don't think so. Other than that, I think the rear end is a little bit shorter. This goes a little bit more like so, and it's a little bit steeper, more like this. Yeah, I think. No, this is really short, actually. Good, and now we're gonna go here and say it is a glued aluminium chassis with a front longitudinal, double wishbone front and rear if I'm not mistaken, and polymer panels to keep this thing light. We do have some headlights in the game that are pretty damn similar to the rear ones, so I think I'm just gonna use those because it's, you know, easier for you guys to follow. Need to be a little bit bigger still. And then we have pretty simple front grille. Let me just see a close up here. Which one fits best here? Let's see. We have plenty of options. I think this one might be best. It looks too much like a smiley face if we use that. Let's just use this. Yeah, it's probably the best if we just use that. Okay, good. Then also right adjacent to the, no, not quite adjacent to the bottom grille, it has some vents which look pretty much like this. They go so that this goes to the inner end of the headlights, and that goes to the other end of the headlights. I think they need to be a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter at least, than they are currently. We have a number plate at the upper end of this grille. And we have the badge. Again, there's no Honda badge. Like here. Oh, a little bit further up. There's the front end for you guys. Then we have an indicator on the side. It's pretty much this one right here, and we have some door handles that are pretty well hidden in the real car. They look like these, I guess. Does it have anything else worth noting on the side? Not really. Except for pretty nice rims as standard, but you know, can't change those right now. And then we go to the taillights, which are No. I'm just gonna custom make him. Okay, good. So we start with... Let me check this. We start with some of these. Make him at an angle that goes pretty steep. And how far on the inside is this? Not very far. So I think we should even place them down like further here, and then put down one of these. Actually, I think it might be easiest because the outer shape of the taillights is pretty much like this. We might just put down this right here, but further on the outside. And then make it so we fill this thing out with those white taillight fixtures. So it's gonna take a little while. Sit back, relax, or play along with me. Good. Then we're gonna go for a white one. How are you guys doing today? What's your favorite car that you've ever built in automation? Have you built like a crazy supercar? Have you built a big truck? Have you built like a sports sedan? Have you built like, I don't know, just leave some comments about what is your personal favorite car that you've ever built in automation. And because I like the discussions in the comments, I love that. I love the feedback I'm getting for the most part. I love the newfound activity ever since the cars, the game's been released on Steam, and ever since it's been shared on Car Throttle. Like, welcome to all of you guys. Even since yesterday's video, I've had 5 new subscribers. That's crazy. The growth of my channel at this point is just better than it's ever been before. So I'm happy about everything that's happening right now, and I'd like to thank all of you guys for it. Because what would a YouTuber be without his or her subscribers, without the people giving them feedback? It's just, without you guys, it would be nothing. So thanks to all of you, sincerely. As we move along, we have a little bit of an unelegant zone up there in my build, not on a real car. Good. And we're gonna put down one more of these. The rotation is not quite right, and the size isn't either, so let's put this down like that. And then just fill out the zone in between with a white one, and then we're gonna put down the individual lights on this whole area. Now we can basically delete the vent outside No. Now it doesn't really look right anymore. If I could... You know what? Let's not put one huge thing around everything else. Let's make it like this. Piece for piece. Step by step. Almost done with the basic infrastructure of the taillights. Good, now that's the outer shape. And I realize my fixtures are a little bit too long at some parts. So let's make some minor adjustments to those. Good. Now that we're done with the basic infrastructure, what do we need? We need... Okay, on the inside there is one of these, but pretty small, and because we made a white background, because we don't have like translucent fixtures available, this goes like here. Oh, actually fine, good. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to see this particular fixture very well. But that's fine, you know. Not everything can be perfect, especially not a replica. And we're gonna put down one of these like here. It goes pretty far up. It's a little bit bigger as well. And we have an orange one sitting in there, and there's a little bit of red still left around it, pretty much like, yeah, if I could get it into the center, pretty much like this. I know it's flickering a little bit, that's because technically they're both on the same level. There's no fixture levels where, you know, one is above the other or one is beneath the other, and the one on the top would shine through. That is something, that is a system that, you know, games like, or, you know, fixture layers I should say, something like the vinyl layers system in Need for Speed World, if you're familiar with that game. Yeah, we don't have anything like that in the game. So good, we have the badge like right here, and pretty small. And then we have two exhausts. These are actually pretty big on the S2000. More oval than round. They go pretty much here, and in between we have something that looks very much like this. Yeah, good. And then on top of that we have the number plate. Right there. There's the S2000 for you guys. Actually, we do have. No, these really. Ooh, no. Really small lip kind of spoilers right in the middle there. No, that just looks awful, so I'm gonna leave it out. Good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna build the engine. This is the Honda S2000 with the 240 horsepower 2.0 liter NA, which is basically the only engine you get in this car. Rear wheel drive, let's make it like yellow, blue, orange, dark blue, white. Let's make it yellow. Good. New engine. I said this was the 2.0 liter NA, 240 horsepower. I know it. I wrote it the other way around. But it's okay. We got an inline 4 in there. It's made from aluminum and it's a pretty racy engine. Pretty much all of the car magazines agreed on that, and I'm gonna pause the recording here for a second to check out the bore and stroke ratio of this engine. Okay, so it is a 87.0 times 84.4. That's not right though. Like the displacement should be 1997 cc, not 2007. Let's make it 84.0. It's a dual overhead cam with 4 valves per cylinder, and VVL, which is the game's way of saying it's VTEC. Is it made from aluminum? I think it is. Or is it made from ALSI? It's a pretty race spec engine. I think I'm gonna keep it from aluminum right now. Crank is gonna be like everything. All the parts here are pretty expensive. So the compression ratio is. It also says that here it's 11.0 to 1. So we're gonna need a pretty sharp cam profile and VVL profile to make that a possibility. I'm not gonna add VVT here. VVL is the game's VTEC basically. It is naturally aspirated. It's got multi-point injection, throttle per cylinder if I'm not mistaken, and the performance intake. Yeah, and the premium. Yeah, I don't know about the fuel mixture. Let's keep it 13.5 and make the ignition time like 75 or something like that. And the rev limit is 9,000 RPM. It has long tubular exhaust. Two straight-through mufflers, if I had to guess. And let's run this baby. Let's see how close we can get. Is the engine knocking? I think it might be. Yes, that's one thing. So we should increase the cam profile so that we're no longer knocking. And also the VVL profile, so we make the maximum horsepower later. We need to make 240 horsepower at 8,300 RPM. Even if we increase the cam profile to the maximum degree, we're not making that power. Yeah, we're gonna increase the fuel mixture then. Now it's running too rich. 234. 230, 234. Let's give it a little bit of quality on the cam, or like on the cylinder head. 242 is a little bit too much. Let's see how much torque is it making. 208 Newton meters at 7,500. I think we're closest if we leave it like this. Okay, that is the, what's it called? AP1 F20C. AP1 F20C. Okay, good. Let's go to the trim. It is a 6-speed manual with a top speed of like 250 or something like that. Second gear goes all the way to 100 kilometers an hour. Does it have a differential? It probably does have one. Not sure about what kind of differential it has though. Let's add a viscous LSD, because I think that's the most realistic here. It does have sports tires with 205s front and 205 55 R16. Oh, we can make the front tires, like the tire profile, even bigger so that we reach 55. That's fine though. We have 220. Oh, we should have flared the wheel arches then, huh? Okay. Sorry. Good. Alloy wheels. I always forget about that. 4 pistons. Like, what's the brake size? 300 millimeters. Ventilated discs in the front, and solid discs with, it doesn't say how many pistons, but I'm guessing 2 pistons with 282 millimeters on the real car in the rear, but it's 280 here because we can only adjust it every 5 millimeters. Okay, on the tray it might be fully clad if I look at that. Might be fully clad. We don't have any front wings, so or lips, so we don't care about the front here. Let's see. A little bit of downforce can't hurt. We are gonna reduce the cooling airflow and add some brake airflow. It is pretty advanced for its aerodynamics, so I'm gonna put 3 points of quality here. 2 seats, standard interior, standard entertainment. It does have traction control and standard safety. I hate that it's still standard 90s here, even though we're in the year 2000. Probably standard here is best. Adaptive and passive here. Gonna go for a sports setup, and then we have a car that is way too light. How much does it actually weigh? Let me check this. It weighs 1250 kilos and we're at 936. Let's go here. Make it from corrosion resistant steel. That added some weight. Not gonna deny that. You could argue that the entertainment in this thing is a little bit funky, like the dash with the digital counter and so on. Yeah, let's go for premium entertainment. We're still 140 kilograms short. I'm pretty sure it's got an aluminium chassis. If it doesn't though, then it's still not heavy enough. Well, you know what? You can't always get what you want, so let's make it aluminium again. I don't want to make the engine from cast iron, even though that would add some weight as well. But yeah, here we are. This is our Honda S2000 replica. 6 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour seems about right. Top speed seems about right. Sounds right. That's gonna be it then for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button, it helps out a great deal. Also consider subscribing if you want to see more content in the future. But for now, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.